What's up, guys? This is Adrian, and this is another Brute Shoot. Today we're going to talk about a post that I made in regards to a competitor's class at our gym here at Wasatch CrossFit. In my experience of leading a gym, one of the most important things is clearly community. And it's about educating people on what CrossFit truly is, which by definition, it's constantly varied, functional movements, executed at a high intensity, right? I think we can all agree there. We're at this point now, and we're continuing to go in this direction where there's a pretty significant difference in being a competitor in CrossFit and someone who uses CrossFit to increase their livelihood or, increase the quality of life that they live, the things that they can do with their children, their grandchildren, fight against obesity, fight against heart disease, change the world. So from a competitor's standpoint, I think previously, in my eyes, it was something that, I could take a class, but I would also need to do something more. Because clearly, the demand of a 2 to 3 day competition where there are multiple events is very different than just hopping in a 60-minute class with my buddies. Do I get great fitness? Absolutely. In fact, it's what I've been doing for the last month or month and a half since the CrossFit Games, and I've really enjoyed it. I've really yearned and looked forward to the opportunity to be able to do that more often in my life because training has to be so different. So a lot of gyms, not only in our area, but across the world, are running into this issue of having athletes that are hungry for more. They want to know, hey, coach, what do I need to do to compete? How can I do this? And I think some of you guys might be able to agree, but we're running into issues of seeing people just working out on the side or doing their own thing. And by all means, if they want to reach a particular level, those things are going to be pretty necessary. And I think you'll agree with that. But as a gym manager, head coach, what I want to do is try to foster an environment where we still get that community vibe, even if it's just within the competitors within our gym. Now, I would like to think that I do a pretty good job of communicating on the blog, communicating in person, communicating to our classes in our gym, the general population, that of course there's a difference between being a competitor and a regular athlete. Being a competitor is a pretty crazy thing, right? It's pretty far-fetched. What are the chances that are likely that you're going to qualify for regionals or CrossFit Games? They're really small. You have to be obsessed with what you're pursuing. You have to lose some things in your life that might actually degrade the quality of it, right? You might have some more bumps and some more bruises. You might not have the same social life. You got to spend hours in the gym. You got to spend hours recovering. So because that conversation is open within our gym, we have a great community blend and athletes that are like, hey, I know that there's a competitor's class, but clearly I know what that entails and it's not for me. We do have some regular members that will come into our competitor's class because they really love the drive, they really love the atmosphere that lives within that class, and I will never turn them away. But as a gym owner out there, as a gym manager, I hear some people that are like, hey, Adrian, this just created like walls in our gym, and then there are these people who want to compete, and then there are the regular members, and it's just like there's this wall. Why? Aren't you the leader of that community? Don't you have the responsibility to create an open door policy or make clear-cut rules that are very inclusive or very exclusive? And I think there's nothing wrong with even creating separation. Like, hey, you meet these standards before you're able to get into this class. These people are chasing something very different than fitness from a GPP perspective, right? We now understand kind of what the test entails and the lifestyle that you have to live in order to pursue that. And these people are pursuing something different. I think that's completely fine and healthy. So the reason for this Brute Shoot is to encourage you guys that if you have the expertise or you have the experience or it's something that you want to pursue, I know CrossFit has a great competitor's class, right? A competitor's course that you can take, and you can learn how to maybe lead people in that endeavor even if you have yet to actually reach those ranks. And I'll tell you right now, the best coaches aren't always the best athletes. In fact, it's usually the opposite way around. So keep your conversations within your gym transparent. Lead from the front, post to the blog. If this is something that interests you with your gym, it could be a great opportunity for you to set yourself apart from the rest of hundreds and thousands of gyms that are going to be coming up around the world that are also going to be CrossFit affiliates.